Hello, and welcome back to the Bankshot DJs podcast with your hosts. We got Jacob, Denny Denenholtz, and I am Matt the Shrine Shriner. Denny, we are on episode 10 already. Huge day. What do we got?
Into the double digits. That's crazy. End of the double digits. We go. That is crazy. February 8th, 9/28. Another episode. We got a lot going on in our personal lives, and we weren't able to do an episode before the trade deadline. But with the trade deadline being today, we're ready to talk ball. So let's get into it.
First, we got a tradition we got to do.
Yep.
We're not going to stop this fucking tradition because right now basketball is still hyped up in the state of Washington. I'm hyped. We're all hyped. We're taking a shot for our Seattle Supersonics until they get a shot back at this wonderful association we like to call the NBA. Also, today's shots is for two guys we like to shout out. One, Oliver Warner. Happy birthday, Ollie.
Happy birthday, Ollie.
And more importantly, to our man, Klay Thompson, who did not get traded today, which we will talk about soon. If you're watching the video, I'm wearing his hat. It's, go Cougs, baby.
Go Cougs.
Bring back the Sonics. Here we go.
Bring back the Sonics. Smoking on that beef pack tonight.
On that beef pack. Well, tequila for your Thursday, eh?
Tequila Thursday, apparently.
Tequila Thursday. Woo. All right, Danny. What do we got? Go ahead.
It's been a couple weeks. We're gonna do a little check-in on our go-to teams, see how they're doing, approaching the All-Star break. And as we're approaching that All-Star break, there's a lot to talk about in the association. A lot of injuries going on right now. It's not affecting some teams as much as others. And the trade deadline was today at noon.
Yep.
So we have a lot to review. And we're going to finish off the episode reviewing some All-Star weekend stuff. Go over some reserves, go over some of the events, maybe pick some winners. Got a lot to talk about tonight. So let's get into it.
First, we're not going to talk NBA. We have to talk. We are very loud and proud Cougs fans if you've not figured that out yet.
It's a special team we're talking about.
It's a special fucking team. How about the motherfucking Cougs, Denny? How about them?
Another great win tonight against the Beavs. 17-6, 8-4 in the conference. We are second in the conference.
Yep. We would have been first if it weren't for the freaking Utes.
Yep. We're rolling right now. And
Cougs have started at least 8-4 in conference play for the first time since the 06-07 Tony Bennett's first year when the Cougs finished 13-5.
And the whole team is playing really well right now. Across the board.
Shout out Jalen Wells.
Had a great game tonight.
He did a great
Yakimovsky
game.
had 5 threes tonight.
Yaki.
Miles Rice did his thing.
You'll see us on Instagram.
Shout out we were there at the
UW WSU game.
Apple Cup for basketball.
Pretty much felt like a home game. The amount of Cougs out there, we're loud and proud.
Yep.
There were so many Cougs. We were
crazy
rowdy out there.
Crazy game going into OT.
Got down on the court with our boy Miles Rice. Shout out to our man Alex Yano.
Shout out Yano, the GOAT. Got a photo with Yaki. It was a photo with Yaki. It was a good day.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully they start dancing. Hopefully they,
I'm excited to watch some Cougar basketball in March.
I am too.
And you damn straight. Well, no, we're gonna fucking be there. Yaki will be there. Yano will be there. Miles, you beat cancer for us, so we'll show up for you in the fucking March Madness, baby.
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
Let's go. Go Cougs, baby. All right.
Go Cougs.
Back to NBA. Matt, let's start off with the Thunder. How are they doing right now?
I mean, it's like I said, it's hard to complain because they're still tied for first in the West right now. So with 4 teams,
they're up top. They must have the tiebreaker or something. They're
did the Clippers lose? Clippers must have lost then.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah. So I can't complain. I mean, it's been tough. We had a long stretch without J Dubs and Isaiah Joe, which is tough. Really challenged us. We didn't play very many great teams this year. We should have beat the Jazz earlier this week, but we lost them the last minutes. Absolutely dominated the Hornets, even though Brandon Miller popped off. And we just made a giant trade today, which I'll probably expand more about the Thunder on that. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm happy where we're at. I'm happy where our future's going. But when we shoot like shit, we look like absolute shit. So it's really showing lack of size. really showing the lack of size here and there, which is going to hurt us down the stretch, especially come playoff time. But who knows? Maybe one person might help us out.
Kind of a random stat I saw, but I think it's important, and it kind of shows the team going down the stretch. It can be important as they get towards the end of the season into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they're the only undefeated team when games go to OT.
Really?
They've only played 3 OT games, but they're 3-0.
Still,
I mean, it shows. Fourth quarter.
We went to double
extended
OT.
time.
Who did we go in double OT against? I texted you about it.
I'll go take a look.
Was that against? No, that wasn't against the Hornets. Oh no, that was the Jazz, wasn't it?
I think it was or was it the Raptors?
It was the Raptors game. It was the Raptors.
It was the Raptors, wasn't that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the Raptors.
Okay. So I mean, seeing them, being consistent like that. I mean, obviously it's a small sample size of 3 games, but seeing what they can do down the stretch, I'm impressed. So that was just something I noticed about the Thunder. Any final remarks for the Thunder?
I like our future. I'm just going to expand more of them when we talk about Trade Central stuff.
Okay.
So I'll keep it short and simple and sweet for now.
Yep. Well, going on to my Suns, they had a good game tonight. 20-point win, no book.
They've been looking good. KD and Beal both had 30. KD has been doing his thing. I think he's averaging, 29 right now. They've been playing good basketball of late, and they've jumped into 5th. Yeah.
Winning 7 of their last 10. They've been doing a lot better defensively. Besides tonight with Book being out, they've been healthy, the big 3. They've been clicking. The only issue I still have is that fourth quarter scoring.
Yeah.
I'm
still pretty bad.
I'm not even looking at the averages now. I'm kind of looking at like 10 game splits,
a
couple game splits, just to see how they're doing. And they're still, most teams are averaging closer to 30 points
right
in the fourth. And, they're averaging 24. They're in last. It may not seem like a big difference, but I feel like 6 points in a close game like that.
Oh, it matters.
It matters. And especially if, they're winning, or they need to make a comeback, and they're not only they only put up 20 points. You're not going to be able to win like that. Only critique I have, but overall they've been looking really good. Like I said, they jumped into 5th, so they've been rolling.
Yeah,
keep up the momentum going into the break,
yeah,
let's go.
Not to be confused, but there's the guy I'm most surprised about is not Nurk, but Grayson Allen.
He had 12 assists tonight, by the way. Grayson Allen,
he's really
8, 5, and 12.
He's being a really good role player for them. I saw a funny post that was comparing Kyle Korver's All-Star season to Grayson Allen's season this year.
Right now,
I mean, Kyle Korver's not made the All-Star. Let's just put that straight and simple. But I mean, he's putting up Kyle Korver All-Star stats.
Yeah,
he's averaging 13 something a game, shooting 40% plus from 3. And he's been great.
They're going to need that if they want to contend. They're going to need that going into the early rounds of the play. I mean, they're just going to need that in general.
He's going to need to keep that up.
He's going to keep that up. Eric Gordon's going to have to get going.
Yeah.
Give more minutes to Bull.
They've been looking good.
Eubanks. Yeah, they've been looking good. So
they're what place in the West?
They're 5th right now.
They're 5th now?
Yeah. 7 wins in their last 10 games. They've been playing well. So, we'll keep monitoring our teams as usual. Jumping into league news, Matt. There's a couple of specific teams I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Cavs first.
Yep.
These guys are in – they've jumped to 2nd. On New Year's Day, they lost.
They're on an 8-game win streak right now.
Yeah. Since New Year's Day, they've only had one other loss. So I think it's like they're like 16-1, 15-1 right now.
Killing it.
It's
absolutely
crazy.
Fucking killing it.
And like we've mentioned before, this was even before Garland and Mobley came back.
Yeah.
Now they're at full health.
Jared Allen was balling for them.
Jared Allen's been playing really well.
Jared Allen's an unsung hero of this team right now.
He's been playing
We know
very
how good
well.
Mitchell is, and he's still underrated when it comes to this.
And so now you pair him with a healthy Mobley back there in the front court.
Yeah.
That's pretty scary.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
This Cavs team has shown that they're here to play. They're 6th in defensive rating. They're looking good.
They're good.
I think they're gonna make some noise in the playoffs. I mean, we've seen what Donovan Mitchell has done in the playoffs. Regardless of their team's success, he's always performed.
They jumped the now 3rd seed Bucks, who are 1-5 since Doc Rivers took over. is that Doc Rivers' fault or what is it? Doc Rivers on a podcast the other day or a radio show or something like that, and he said, "Hey, you guys look at the stats. You don't know how traveling is like." Doc Rivers even traveling
I did see life. Yeah,
and I was like, that's not a really good excuse. But like, I mean, I'll accept it because the Thunder had a really tough road schedule, but they didn't go 1-5. So I don't know, Doc. You're making up excuses. Get your shit together.
One last thing I want to say about the Cavs is their depth is playing really well right now. 6 players are averaging 10 plus, and 5 of which are averaging 15 plus. So they're just all around playing really well. I like this team right now. They're really good.
They're back.
Yeah.
Back in playoff hunt. First time since LeBron.
Yep.
They have not been in the playoff hunt really without him, right?
And they're going to be. I think they're going to make some noise now. So,
I really hope they do.
Yeah, it's cool to see the East. You know, usually with the East, you kind of know the top teams, or you're like, there's only 2 or 3 teams that you can really think about. I feel like this year that's different.
Yeah.
With the Sixers falling now too, we're going to talk about that more in a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like that also shakes up the East. So,
and right on their tails is the New York Knicks, who are also making a lot of buzz.
And that was the next team I was about to roll into. They continue to play really well despite their injuries.
Yeah.
OG's been out for a few weeks. Randall's been out for a few weeks. They're both going to miss extended time, but their role players have been playing very well. And Jalen Brunson is just going nuts right now.
Jalen is insane, man, for what he's been doing with how little he's had. And he's great.
It's crazy. You said what? They're 9-1 in their last 10. I think is what you said. Crazy.
They're on a 1-game losing streak. Yeah, they're 8-10 in their last 10 right now.
Yeah.
So they're good. They're a great team.
The role players have really stepped up. Josh Hart had a triple-double tonight.
What about what's the other, Hartenstein?
Hartenstein's playing really well. I think he's averaging a double. Really well. I think he's averaging a double-double right now.
Yeah,
so he's been playing really well.
He stepped up with Randall being out, which is huge.
And Mitchell Robinson being out.
Yeah,
he's been huge.
We just got news today that OG has shoulder surgery or elbow surgery.
Yeah, he had to get something removed.
Yeah, something in his elbow. Like,
so he's out. He's out at least like 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's been out 3 weeks till he can resume basketball operations.
And Randall's at like 2-3 weeks at least with the dislocated shoulder.
Yeah, and he's already been replaced for All-Star.
Another guy who's been playing really well for them is DiVincenzo.
Yeah,
he had a 30 bomb again tonight. He's been averaging 24 in their last couple weeks.
People just keep on stepping up for the Knicks.
Yeah,
and
they're also tied for 6th in defensive rating as well.
Yeah,
they've maintained that without OG. Like I said, the East is going to be exciting this year. I'm excited.
It's got some good basketball.
Yeah,
we got some clear separation, which is really nice.
Yeah, and I kind of want to wrap up the East just looking at I just mentioned it, but looking at the Sixers.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid is out 6 to 8 weeks with that knee injury.
No more MVP for him.
These guys are 3-7 in their last 10. It looks like they're kind of slipping a little bit. 3-game losing streak. Do you think what do you think is going to happen with them for the rest of the season, or at least this time Embiid's out? Do you think they're going to be able to get back to normal, to how they've been playing?
No.
They're going to keep slipping? Or are they going to be able to maintain like that 5-6 spot?
I think their ceiling right now for while Embiid's out is a 500 team, like 500 from now till then. Yeah. Win half their games, lose half their games. Unless, because Tyrese Maxey's been in and out too. So it's not like he's not like out extended time like Joel Embiid has, but he's been like
small injuries.
Game time decision almost every game.
Yeah.
So obviously if he can like be healthy like from the get-go, then I think he'll make a huge difference. And I know they just made some trades today that might help them as well. Possibly. I don't know about that yet, but I like this. I don't think they're going to do much without JoJo.
I think their goal is just to stay top 6.
Yeah.
Stay top 6.
Yeah. I just
stay out of the play-in. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
And
you have, the Pacers are 1 game behind them.
Pacers are right there. Heat are right there behind the Pacers. Right. This is all 1-game splits. The Magic are half game back from the Heat. Mm-hmm. So that's 6, 7, 8 right there.
Just don't drop.
Yeah.
Stay at 6.
Hornets are on a 9-game losing streak right now.
Sheesh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, they suck. they just completely stripped their system.
Traded away some assets.
Yeah, so, we'll talk about that.
All right, well, wrapping up with the East, let's go into the West. Matt, kind of like we were mentioning a little bit earlier, the race in the West is crazy right now.
It's killing me, man.
Well, we got 4 teams all kind of tied for first right now.
Well, right now the T-Wolves are actually in first.
So it was the T-Wolves? Okay.
T-Wolves, T-Wolves just won, so they're 36-16 now. And Thunder and Nuggets are both tied at 35-16. And Clippers at 34-16. So the Clippers are a full game behind the T-Wolves. But literally just yesterday, they were all tied. So
have we seen a race this close, this deep into the season?
I don't think so. Well,
or at least with this many teams.
Well, the 1 through 4 being a half game within a game. Well, every single it's just moving around.
Yeah, and
it's crazy. You got to look. Excuse me. You got to look at these head to heads too when it comes to this. You have the Thunder and T-Wolves have tied their series 2-2. Thunder beat the Nuggets 3-1, and then the Thunder have tied the Clippers 1-1 on their season series so far.
I didn't realize they've been playing so long against the Nugs.
Yeah, we're done playing the Nugs, which is also weird to think.
Yeah, you guys already took care of business with them 3-1. Took care of business.
And I kind of hate that because, well, especially, I mean, it's not like we knew what was going to happen this year, but I hate that for the fact of I wish those games were late in the year because they would have been like huge impact games, down the stretch versus, I mean, it's obvious. It's nice being on my side of it, actually winning 3-1. So I don't have to worry about it, which is nice. But it makes basketball more fun to watch when you have those heated matchups near the end when they're literally competing for seeding. And I think it makes it more competitive near the end because,
it's the best part of the NBA, man, towards the end.
I mean, the Suns, they're 5 games behind first right now. They're not going to be in the mix of the top 4, but I think they'll secure 6 through 5 or 6.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, you just look at all these 4 top teams. You have the Nugs. The Jokic. You can never count them out. They're the champs. And then you have the Wolves.
Yep.
Clippers. Wolves have been playing well. I mean, Ant's been playing well.
Ant's been pissing me off. I gotta sound off on it. Did I sound off on it last podcast? I probably did. I don't care. I'm gonna sound off on him real quick. The man's fucking going loony.
He's crazy, bro. He's hooping.
For a while, he was the only guy I liked on the Steelers team, but now I'm saying fuck the entire fucking team.
He's hooping, bro.
Fuck them all.
Oh my god, he's going crazy.
He's so talented. I love him.
Yeah,
but fuck them all. They're all kind of whiny ass bitches.
I know. I hate the whole.
This podcast is explicit.
I love Ant, but I hate the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Nas Reed's dope.
Nas Reed's a goat.
Yeah, Nas Reed's dope. Jane McDaniels, that's 206 love right there. Nah. Okay, there's actually some players I like on the team. I
like Nah. I like Nah. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is cousin actually.
And what the Wolves are like one of the best defensive teams in the league.
Yeah.
So
I do want to talk about though is the Mavericks, who were at one point the 3 seed in this season earlier on.
Yeah, they were rolling.
Now they're all the way down to 8th. They're 5-5 in their last 10. They're just
We'll talk about it more. Well, I'll talk about it more later, but I think with some of these trades they made today.
Yes, a little bit, but I don't think I'll talk about the trade. I'll talk about the team as we know it before the trade today.
Yeah.
Luka plays shitty defense, and Kyrie also doesn't play great defense. And Kyrie was
he's a smaller guard too.
Yeah. Kyrie was out for a while. But Luka's almost kind of just stat padding at the end of the day, almost it feels like it. He's not doing anything to help he's scoring. That's it. I mean, he's actually pretty high in assist numbers and stuff like that, but he needs to do more.
Well, the thing is, you can do whatever you want offensively, but if you can't stop him defensively, then
you're getting outscored every time.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and they have good pieces, and they just got better. So, I really hope to see Luka,
but you got to play.
Take a step back.
Defense is all about team defense.
He needs to do something better.
I know.
He needs to do better. I know.
Headband Luka, man.
And then you got the fucking Lakers at number 9. We're 6-4 in their last 10, but they're they didn't do shit today. I'm just gonna spoil that. Lakers didn't do shit for trade deadline at all, and they needed to. Whether it was
wonder how LeBron's feeling.
Whether it's buy or sell, they have no assets right now
to
trade for, and they had players. They have no draft capital. They have nothing. They have LeBron and AD.
He probably ain't happy.
And so Lakers really fumbled back there. And they're 9, and they've lost to shitty teams, and they've won against good teams. They beat the Knicks the other night. They beat the Celtics in their rivalry matchup, but then they lose to teams like the Jazz. They lose to teams like, well, they lost to the Kings the other night, and they lost to like the Rockets the other night, I'm pretty sure, again, too. Like, dude, I mean, it's always a shitty situation when you're good against good teams and you're bad against bad teams.
Well, it's like the saying, you play down to their level.
Kind of like the Cougs.
You can't be, you play down to their level, and you can't be doing that. You got to be going 110% no matter who you're playing. Doesn't matter. And night in, night out, doing the same thing.
They're lacking some shooting out there, which they should have traded for, but they didn't. And
looking at all these teams in the West, I think the playoffs are going to be good, though. Like, we haven't even talked about the Pels, the Kings.
Rockets slid off.
Rockets fell.
Let's talk about the Rockets real quick.
Yeah.
Because not too long ago in episode 5 or 6 with Cy Lue, that was his dark horse team.
And I liked that call, too.
It was great. At the time, they were 5th. They were 5th in the West at the time. And he called them their underdogs. And now they slid all the way down to 12th. They're quite a few games ahead of the Grizzlies, but that's crazy.
The issue is, looking at their record, they can't win on the road. They're 5-18 on the road.
18 on the road.
You can't be doing that.
6-13 against the conference.
Yeah. I know. There's been guys who have been on and off injured. Van Vliet's been one of those guys. He's been on and off injured. I think Amen Thompson's been hurt for a little bit. But, yeah, the Rockets fell off. I don't think anything's going to change for them. Give them a couple more years. I think they can be a play-in team.
I don't think they make play-in this year.
No, they're not. I think they're going to be done this year. But you never know. That's what the NBA is all about.
I think the only thing that could change is the 10th seed. I think 9 through 1 are like locks. They're either going to make the play-in or the playoffs.
Yeah,
in my opinion. But 10 could be Warriors, it could be Jazz, and then honestly, it could still be the Rockets, depending on how they do. Jazz have been looking good though lately. I'll be honest.
They've been playing really well, actually.
Yeah,
they've been better. They've been playing better.
They're 4-6 in the last 10 now, but they had a streak there in January.
They were in 8th at one point.
Yeah, they got up there. So down.
They've at least gotten themselves back into the mix.
Yeah. They beat my Thunder this week, which sucked, but I mean, we deserved that losing game. We were up, and then we just kind of blew the lead. So
yeah. Well, these rankings, they're tight. Both conferences, and so stuff's gonna keep shifting. We're gonna keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Just to kind of wrap up some other news before we go into trades. Like I had mentioned, Embiid is out for about 6 to 8 weeks, which is going to be tough for the Sixers. A couple guys have been shut down for the year. Zach LaVine shut down for the year with a right foot injury. Shannon Sharp is going to most likely be out for the year. He's getting a core muscle surgery. We talked about Randall and OG being out for extended periods of time.
Yep.
Hasn't really affected the Knicks. And LaMelo has been out for a while with an ankle injury, but
he has not been healthy at all.
Yeah, he hasn't been healthy this season. And, as I just said, the Hornets are on a 9-game losing streak at the bottom of the conference. So
none of the Ball brothers can stay healthy.
Yeah. Well, it just seems like, even day-to-day injuries, they've kind of picked up again recently. Hopefully these guys can get healthy or at least use the break to be able to heal up and get ready for round 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I really hope people don't get too used to the break. Yes. Yeah. They got to learn how to manage it well.
Yep.
Which a lot of these guys are young. That's the other thing. We have such a younger league than we did not too long ago. There's not as many older players. I feel like majority of the league is really young now. So I think a lot of them are still learning.
Different era. Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely flipped the page to a different era.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these guys are still learning how to utilize that time wisely, because you can't just sit back and do absolutely nothing. You definitely need to relax, but you got to stay in shape. You got to stay ready for, it's not that. It's only a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously people that are in the All-Star break they'll be, it's not like a
they're chilling
game, but they'll be fine.
Yeah. One more team I want to talk about in the West before we move on. They've become one of my, not a favorite, I don't want to say a favorite team, but a fun team for me to watch. And I keep talking about them. I'm talking about them as the Clippers.
They have the best record in the NBA since December 1st. So.
The main thing I just want to say is this is what I think the Clippers have been waiting for, health-wise. We're about 50 games in. Kawhi has only missed 4 games. PG has missed 3 games.
Feels like it's more. I don't know why.
Harden's missed. It does feel like it's more. I had to double check that, but it's crazy. And they've been playing crazy. Kawhi's looking like Toronto Kawhi right now.
Yeah.
He's going nuts. So the West is always really exciting. It's going to be crazy coming out of the break and going into crunch time. Seeding matters.
Seeding does matter.
And so if it stays this tight going, as we get closer, it's going to get really exciting.
It matters huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give the Clippers a little upper hand here. They've been the best team since December.
Well, you look at all four of those top teams, and they've all been playing really well.
Mm-hmm.
They each have their own reasoning. That's what makes it crazy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be exciting. Come playoff time.
They started 0-5 when James Harden
with Harden.
Up,
yeah,
and then they've been 30-7 since then.
They needed some time to figure it out, and Harden. I think
they still
haven't fully figured it out. Yeah,
I think that's what's scary is they don't even have it fully figured out yet. Russ is looking happy. Russ is, sometimes he'll have a 9-point game, and then the other night he'll have a 28-point game.
He'll go 23, 8, and 7.
And he had triple double the other night
in 30 minutes. Yeah, and then he had triple double.
And he's out there. He's just trying to be the best role player he can be. And this man's future Hall of Famer, in my opinion. He reached
First
up
ballot.
to. I'm not sure if I listed this last time, but he's the 25,000.
No,
club.
I don't think we've mentioned that.
Oh well, my man is now in the 25,000 club for points. He's now
what is it? 25, 8 and 8.
Yeah,
8,000 boards, 8,000 assists. Second player 9, besides
9,000 assists,
9,000 assists,
8,000
rebounds, 25,000 points.
Only 2 players in NBA history have that. Him and
LeBron James.
Which is to be in the same. He's a future Hall of Famer. I don't see why you can't put him in that conversation.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't know why you can't.
Stop playing.
He's a record holder. He still owns the record for most triple doubles, triple double average season, most triple doubles a season. I mean, say what you want about Russell Westbrook. He's even said multiple times that he's revamped on this Clippers. He's feeling good.
Yeah. Stop playing.
He's now, I think I saw somewhere that he's now the favorite for 6th man of the year. I forgot where I saw that out. I'll be honest.
I'm all in on that. I ain't complaining.
Don't hate me for my sources.
But, I ain't complaining if that's the facts.
You should be.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Matt. Trade deadline was today.
Yes, sir.
A lot went down.
Whoa.
But not necessarily a lot went down. We had the tweet notifications on all morning.
Yeah, not going to lie. It was kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
As much as it's a lot happened, but
do we want to just kind of highlight every trade?
Yeah, let's go every trade.
So we'll start at the top in terms of
since last.
Yeah, since the last episode. So the first one, the Rockets are sending Victor Oladipo to the Grizzlies, and Steven Adams, Big Kiwi, is going to Houston.
Oladipo's still injured, isn't he?
2 guys who have not, I think, been out the whole year.
Yeah,
they've been out. Yeah, they've been playing.
2
they've been out.
Former, very key role players for the
2 teammates. Yeah,
I love them both.
Any comments to that trade?
I don't know. It kind of sucks to trade too. I mean, they're obviously one's a big center and one's a guard.
I feel like Steven Adams can bring some vet presence to their front court.
Him and Sengun would be great.
Yeah, give some presence to him, Jabari Smith Jr. Yeah. That's the only thing I see from that trade.
Vic. I mean, if Vic was healthy, right, he could do a lot for the Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah, he would be great for the Grizzlies.
No names.
He'd be great for the Grizzlies. Yeah.
And they don't have. I'm not gonna. I'll wait for that one.
Yeah.
It's not nothing.
Yeah. That one kind of hit home, with Depot and.
I kind of like Steven Adams and Memphis better, just because. I mean, I kind of like Memphis better than I like the Rockets in general, but
yeah, we'll shake it up.
You can't pray for everything.
Yeah. On to the next trade happened, I believe, a couple days ago. The Pistons add Simone Fontecchio from Utah, and Utah receives Kevin Knox from that trade.
Means absolutely nothing.
I didn't even know Kevin Knox was on the Pistons.
I did not know either.
Forgot he got traded there from New York, but I have nothing to say about this trade.
Yeah, it's absolutely nothing.
All right, next trade. Celtics get Xavier Tillman.
That was basically the
Grizz.
Xavier Tillman is basically the only named player on the Grizzlies before this trade that was on this team last year.
Yeah.
So now they're completely G League players, which some of them are great. I mean, I'm all for.
I think this is a nice addition for the Celtics.
It's just more depth. I like Xavier. I really do.
I like him too. I don't even know who the Grizzlies got in return. I think it was just picks, wasn't it?
It was either picks or cash considerations.
Okay. So
or both.
That was probably just a dumb, but I think that's nice for the Celtics.
Celtics have more depth and an already stacked depth. An already stacked roster is still the best team in the NBA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another guy in the front court,
Yep.
They always have guys like that, I feel like, playing well, good role players. Next trade, the T-Wolves get a backup guard in Monte Morris, and they ship out Troy Brown Jr. and Shake Milton to Detroit.
I don't know any of these.
Any thoughts on Monte Morris going to the Wolves?
I honestly don't remember much about Monte Morris, so
decent playmaker. I mean, he was in Denver for a bit.
I knew
he played good minutes, I think, for Denver.
I knew he was in Denver. I knew
he could be a good playmaker, I feel like, off the bench.
Depth, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Moving on to another interesting trade here.
The best trade. So honestly, I think is the best trade of the.
Buddy Hield is going to the Sixers. And in return, the Pacers are getting Marcus Morris, Furkan, I believe his first name is, Korkmaz. And 3 second rounders.
Furkan.
I like Buddy Hield to the Sixers.
I mean, I like him on the Pacers too.
He was nice on the. I mean, he was a nice. He was nice on the Pacers.
It's a nice trade for the Sixers for sure.
Yeah.
Also, don't think it's a bad trade for the Pacers though, because Marcus Morris actually is kind of hilarious. You see that thing that Marcus Morris is literally given the key to the city of Philadelphia, and he was like, "Oh, he's not getting traded at all." Yeah. And then he literally just gets traded. So funny. I think Marcus Morris could be actually a good bench player for the Pacers.
Korkmaz is a good shooter. They got a good shooter back in return, and then 3 second rounders. No,
but he'll be great defensive presence one, and a great 6-man. He's already won 6-man of the year before, but he's good.
Yeah. Now, next trade. Here we go. The Thunder have received Gordon Hayward. And they have sent Trey Mann and Davis Bertans back into Charlotte.
Latvian laser. Also,
what are your thoughts on Hayward?
Vasilije Micic.
Oh, shit, that's right.
So, yeah.
Number 29. No.
Yeah. Number 28. Yeah. Yeah, Vasilije Micic.
See ya, Micic. Well, how do you feel about getting Gordon Hayward?
Not who I was expecting.
Yeah.
But I think we got Gordon Hayward for a great deal. I'm sad to see Trey Mann go. He was just kind of a homie. He's just one of those guys. He was always making TikToks with the boys. Since, such young guys out here, they're always making TikToks with J-Dubs and Chet. And they're always making TikToks hilarious. Trey Mann, actually really like Trey Mann. I'm not sure why he even got minutes cut really this last year. I mean, I know we got some more players and stuff like that, but Gordon Hayward does just make our team better. I feel like in the end of it.
What role do you think he's going to kind of play?
He's going to play more of a power forward because he's 6. He's still like a guard. He can shoot threes pretty well. He's been doing a lot better this year.
Yeah.
But he's going to be that power forward position because he's 6'8". Yeah, 6'8". He's taller than J-Dubs, who's been playing pretty much a small forward the entire season. So you can either.
Is Gordon Hayward going to start?
I think so.
So it's going to be
maybe not right off the bat.
Would it be SGA?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
Hayward. Who else starts?
Chet,
and then
either Lou Dort or Josh Giddey. So you gotta switch up between defensively or you want. I mean, Josh Giddey's technically the point guard.
Yeah.
There. So I guess it's up in the air there on what he wants to do. Honestly, I'd say bench Giddey and keep Lou Dort in. He's the best defensive guard I've ever seen in a long time. Like
have Giddey come off. Have Giddey come off the bench. Be a 6-man.
Exactly. I mean, I think he'll probably help him.
Yeah.
So less booze.
It'll be definitely interesting to see how this trade plays out. I'm definitely curious about this one.
I forget what's his name. Just said it. Who's this dude? Nick. He's a reporter on ESPN. Anyways, pretty much just like I'm like, did they need to make this trade? No. Is their team just a little bit better? Yeah. With Gordon Hayward there, they're just a little bit better. I think that's 100% true, and it's not exactly what we needed, but it does make us better. So at the end of the day, like I said, we're tied, or we're half a game back in this first right now. It's just back and forth. And of those 4 teams in the top, we're the only ones that made a trade actually for a player that made us better. I feel like. I mean, I don't think the Wolves trade really mattered with Monte Morris. I don't think that's really I don't think that makes him that much better at all.
Yeah.
And so of those 4 teams, if it puts us a half game ahead of them, then I'm all for it. So I am very happy with the trade. They definitely needed to trade for a big man. I'm not sure what the hell Sam Presti's there for. They also hopped in on what was the other trade?
I was about to say
hopped in on some trade and did another pick swap.
They got that pick swap. Yeah. Some 3-team trade.
With the Mavs. Oh, yeah, it was the for a trade.
Oh, that's when they jumped in on?
So the Mavs got our 2024 pick and then pick swap in 2028. And then that our 2024 picks actually going to the Wizards as part of the Gafford trade, which we're going to talk about soon.
Yep.
Yeah, Sam Presti has some weird fetish for picks, and we have so much capital, and now I feel like
it's been paying off. I mean,
what this guy said is like the fact that the Thunder are in win now mode, and they need to be win now mode. That we're a little bit ahead in the process that we thought we were going to see. We thought we were going to be a contender in a year, maybe 2-3 years now. We are a contender now, and I think that window does not stay open as long as you want it to sometimes. And so I think you really needed to go out there and get a big man and get size that you're lacking so hard. And so there are so many big men available to trade, so many out there. You can go Andre Drummond, Sengun. I would have died if we got Lauri Markkanen, you know. But at the end of the day, it makes us a little bit better. And Sam Presti, I mean, I'll trust Mark Daigneault to coach his team, and
keep rolling. Yeah,
we've been first in this West for a while, so I don't know.
We'll come back to this trade. 10 games, 15 games in Gordon Hayward's tenure.
We need a healthy Gordon Hayward. He's the oldest player on this team too, so it's a veteran presence.
Yeah. Well, moving on to the next trade, the Raptors have done a set of trades today. They got Kelly Olynyk and Ochai Agbaji from Utah, and they sent Kira Lewis and Otto Porter Jr. and a first-round pick to Utah.
Got a shout-out to Kelly Olynyk real quick, former Gonzaga Bulldog, but also he is a Canadian.
I was going to say, yep.
So that's actually good. I'm not sure what part of Canada he's from, but, playing for the only Canadian team in the league, that's kind of good for him. I think he's been in Toronto before, actually. He's been in a lot of teams. And the Celtics have been on the Heat. He's been on Utah. He's been in a lot of teams.
I think it's a good pickup for him.
Yeah.
The Raptors.
Little size.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going anywhere this season. They're probably...
I think it's, depth as well.
Depth.
I don't know how many years left Olynyk has on his contract, but...
Probably, I was going to say, it's probably a contract thing. They'll probably just dump that to
He
this
might
year.
have one. Yeah, maybe one or a couple. Yeah, 2 years.
Which he'll go sign wherever he wants, and he'll still be signed somewhere. He's still a backup center.
Yeah.
Or he could be starter somewhere too.
Well, the second trade that they also did is they sent Dennis Schroeder and Thad Young to Brooklyn. And in return, they got Spencer Dinwiddie, who they have already announced they're waiving. So
immediately,
Dinwiddie is out of Toronto. He never even made it.
That's literally a Thunder move. We used to do that. We did that with.
This was a very random trade.
Well, I'll play for us for a little bit actually.
Yeah. So Schroeder is now a Brooklyn Net, and we'll see where Dinwiddie gets picked up from, but.
Yeah, I think everybody just kind of roasted this trade because it really just fucking meant nothing of two teams that are absolute shit this year. And two players that are on par to be the exact same pretty much. And
that's all I got.
It's kind of just dumb.
Yeah.
I think it's just a salary thing for the Nets kind of.
Yeah.
And
that's all I got. Another random one. The Sixers trade Daniel House to Detroit for I don't even know what, but they already announced that Daniel House is going to be waived, so he'll be picked up.
I don't understand any of these trades that the Detroit's made.
Well, we're about to talk a big trade that happened with Detroit.
Yeah, but yes, but no.
Well, not big for them.
Yeah,
not big for them.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Go ahead.
So they ship Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks to the Knicks, and in return they get some young guys in Quinn Grimes, Malachi Flynn, go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
And then they get, who was it?
He was a Hoosier too, wasn't he? He went to Indiana. He transferred to Indiana, right? Malachi. Sorry, totally backtracked.
SDSU.
Was SDSU?
Yep.
Okay.
And then they made the tourney.
Go Aztecs.
Yep. But and then they got Evan Fournier and 2 second-round picks. So now Bojan Bogdanovic, who's been averaging 20 a game, and Alec Burks, who's a good off-the-bench scorer, are on the Knicks.
Yeah,
some depth to add to the Knicks. These guys are old, so this is clearly this is for this year. They're they're all in. I think Bogdanovich is 34. I think Alec Burks is 32.
Yeah, Bogdanovich has been such a key role player.
He's been so consistent. Yeah,
he's so
consistent. Both the Bogdanoviches.
You know exactly what his ceiling is. You know exactly what his floor is.
Yep.
And it never changes.
Nope.
He's so good. Yeah, both the Bogdanoviches. Bojan.
Yeah, Bogdan and Bojan. Yeah,
Bogdan and Bojan. Oh my gosh.
So they got some depth over with the Knicks. Even going back to that, right now with OG and Randall missing extended time, being able to have guys like that play extended minutes, I wonder if actually Bojan will start. He might. With OG and Randall, 2 starters already being out, I could see him start.
Honestly, I think he's going to come off the bench first.
Yeah, just to kind of get into the flow.
Because you already said DiVincenzo's doing really good.
DiVincenzo has been playing really well.
Josh just did really good.
Yeah, throw him in. That's probably how he had triple-double tonight.
And Hardenstein. So I don't think they need to throw him in there yet.
Yeah, give it some time.
Yeah. I mean, if one of them struggles, they can easily swap him out one night, Yeah. And see what happens.
Yeah. Very interested to see how that trade plays out. Moving on to the next one, the Mavericks have been involved in some trades today. Charlotte was also involved in this trade. Mavs add PJ Washington, and they send Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a first-rounder to Charlotte. Initial thoughts, Matt?
I think it's in the same boat as the Gordon Hayward trade. I think it makes the Mavericks just a little bit better. And honestly, the same exact spot at wing. And, they don't have consistency in any of those guys.
Yep.
So PJ Washington's had a good year so far.
Get just some more presence in the front court, down low. And then they also got Daniel Gafford today from Washington, another guy to throw down there in the front court. Looking at Grant Williams, kind of crazy how he just sign with them in free agency, and they're already like,
see ya.
We're gonna use you, and we're sending you to Charlotte.
Charlotte's pulling a complete OKC right now.
And now Seth Curry is in Charlotte.
Seth.
He's probably like, I know, he's probably like,
he's been in Dallas for a minute though.
He has been. Didn't he have like 2 different stints with them?
Yeah.
I think, wasn't he in Brooklyn in the middle?
Yep. And he came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, are you fucking shitting me?
Guarantee he ends up in Dallas next year.
Oh my God.
Want to bet?
I would not be surprised, man. They're like, hey, all right, we need you back. He's like, all right.
I mean, Charlotte's not going to keep him. I guarantee.
No.
I mean, I'll be obviously for the rest of this year probably, but
yeah, they'll figure something out in the offseason. Yeah. A couple more trades to talk about. Another kind of a random one.
The Suns make a trade.
They get Royce O'Neal and David Roddy. And I think they send 3 second-round picks to Brooklyn. And then they send Yuta Watanabe, my fucking dog, to the Grizzlies.
Not anymore.
I'm so sad they got rid of my boy. They didn't even get him any playing time, man.
That's why I feel about Trey Mann.
He did his thing in Brooklyn, man. Give him some time in Phoenix. My guy Watanabe. R.I.P., man.
The way you feel about that is the same way I feel about Trey Mann.
Yeah.
Trey Mann was such a homie, dude.
Yeah. David Roddy, I could give less than a fuck that he's on the Suns. I don't care. Royce O'Neal.
He didn't hold back at all.
No, Royce O'Neal actually brings a good defensive presence, good role player. He's a good defender. So
yeah, I heard a lot of people talking about how they like Royce O'Neal here.
Yeah, I like him there. I don't know. Maybe I'll be less hard on David Roddy when he starts playing. If he plays some good rolled minutes.
You know what? Yeah. I think you give him a gold star if he does better than almost every other fucking player in that fourth quarter.
I'll give him a gold star if he's doing that.
Good for you, David Roddy.
He'll get his flowers. Yeah.
2 kings to you, Glenn Coco.
Yeah. Last trade that I think happened, we're going to be talking about, or more. So a couple other random trades happened, like Delano Bonton got traded for, I think, from the Celtics to Phoenix, but no one knows who Delano Bonton is. So one of the last trades, Campaign got traded from the Bucks to the Sixers, and the Sixers send Pat Bev to the Bucks.
Fuck Pat Bev. He was on.
Any comments on that? Yeah, wasn't he on a podcast when he found out?
Yeah, he was talking to. Or who was it? I forget the manager for the Sixers, what's his name?
Daryl Morey.
Yeah, Morey literally told him 2 weeks ago that he was not going to be traded. Literally told Pat Bev that he was not going to be traded 2 weeks ago or whatever.
Damn.
I mean, fucking Pat Bev, being a fucking clown that he is on some sort of video podcast with somebody, and he found out. He's like, then he's on the phone with Doc. I think he was on the phone with Doc Rivers or somebody else. And Doc Rivers likes Pat Bev. Obviously, he was with the Clippers when he was coaching them for a long time.
Right. Yep.
And where he originally turned into a fucking bitch. And he's like, yo, who we got on that team? We got Giannis, this guy. And he's like, I'm Dame. And he's like, oh, shit, I got to fix my relationship with Dame. Because he's been a bitch to almost every other fucking guard in this league. Because he's just such an asshole.
Yeah, I saw a clip when they got into it.
Yeah, he's like,
at the free throw line a couple seasons ago. Maybe it was last season. I can't remember. Well, fuck Pat Bev.
I absolutely hate Pat Bev.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Campaign, though. He actually could do some damage in Philadelphia.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
He's on Thunder and the Suns.
Yep.
He's backup PG for them.
Yeah, we'll see.
He could do some. He could get some minutes with Tyrese Maxey.
Right. Be the backup.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as we kind of said before at the start, a lot happened, but not a lot happened.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a little bit more, some bigger trades. Was really thinking DeJounte Murray was going to get traded somewhere. Didn't happen.
Oh, yeah. I saw that thing from Woj. It's like, oh, yeah.
Was possibly thinking Jeremy Grant was going to get traded. Didn't happen.
Yeah, what's with the Blazers should have made a move.
I feel like they should have, right? Yeah.
Trade DeAndre Ayton away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Low key.
Yeah. With some other people I thought were going to get traded. Well, we were talking about
the Bulls.
We were talking about, the Bulls didn't do anything. The Bulls did nothing. Dude.
Hawks, nothing. Lakers, nothing.
So let's talk about the Lakers.
Nobody else in the top. Well, the Bucks and Sixers.
Yeah.
Everybody, actually, almost all the top teams in the East did.
Kind of did trade, yeah.
Thunder were the only top team in the West to make a trade. Kings did nothing.
Wolves
got
Monte Morris.
But
besides that, that was it. That was just those two.
Warriors. There was rumors that Clay
was a lot of rumors about Clay. Yeah, and he was being asked a lot.
Do that to him on his birthday? Are you kidding me?
No.
He's just been like, it's not even.
He's fine. Man.
I think it was a Shaq that was saying it, or somebody else was saying it. Was like Clay is not having a down season for Clay because his expectation is so high. But you look at his season stats; they're not horrible. He's still a good player, but it's just whether or not. I mean, it's kind of been this discussion since the beginning of season 2. Is like, are the Warriors going to pay him next season? If he wants to stay in Golden State, he's going to have to ask for a significant pay cut, sadly. So, and I don't think he'll be paid. I don't think he'll be paid the way he should be, honestly. He's still a top guard in this league. He's been struggling, but struggling
for Clay averaging 17. He's still averaging 17 this season.
That's what I'm saying. Struggling for Clay is still like a number 2 or 3 player for almost any other team in this league.
15 plus, man. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Other teams you thought should have had trades, or guys you thought would have got shipped?
Let's see.
There was a lot of on and off talk about D'Lo.
Yeah,
there was a lot, but then you started
Lakers
playing.
Should have made a move.
Yeah,
I kind of popped up on that. Lakers needed to make a move. They did not.
Yep.
I feel like Warriors really should have. I heard, who was it? I forget which team it was. There was a team that was really wanted Kuminga.
I heard Kuminga and Wiggins were both being talked about.
I forget who it was. There was like an NBA exec that was really trying to push for Kuminga, and they just wouldn't budge.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, the Warriors can make the play-in, but I don't know. I feel like they needed to do something to help set them up.
What about the Nugs? Do you think the Nugs need to do anything, or you think they're just?
I think they're just inconsistent, and I don't think they already have some of the best depth in the league.
I know
they're good. They just like every once in a while get played at their own game. That's like literally it, and I think they'll be just fine when it comes to the playoffs. Like I could see them being every single team in the West, including I've seen them beat my team many times, even though we're 3-1 them right now. But
what about the Kings? Do you think they should have done anything?
I feel like they could have. I don't know how much more they could have done, though.
I really like their team they have right now.
Yeah.
We've seen what they can do. They were a 3 seed last year.
Kind of just a lesser version of what the Nuggets are right now, in my opinion.
Wow. Well, trade deadline. What a time.
What a time to be there.
Now we're moving forward. Next event is going to be All-Star Weekend. Let's the reserves were announced last week.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go over those, Matt. Let's start off with the East.
Let's start with starters first.
Yeah, so I'll go through the starters again on the East.
Yeah.
So obviously we have team captain Giannis. And then we got in the backcourt, we got Dame and Howie.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Tatum. And we got a guy who's now going to be replaced. Not sure who's going to replace him, but we got Joel Embiid. And I saw that Doc Rivers, since he's the coach for the All-Star game, he gets to choose.
He is?
Him and his staff are the coaches for the Eastern Conference. I have no idea, but he gets to choose who's going to start.
Huh.
So we'll go through these reserves.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then you let me know who you think's. Well, we'll talk about them.
I think you already got my pick, but I'll let you
go. Who's going to start?
Yeah, in this place.
Yeah. So we got Bam as a reserve. We got Paulo. Shout out Paulo. We got Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, and we have Julius Randle. And then we needed 2 replacements for Randle and Embiid, and those guys are Scotty B and Trae Young.
Yeah.
Initial thoughts, Matt, seeing these reserves?
They're about right.
Yeah.
I don't know who could have missed. Maybe Jimmy B, but I actually don't know how good Jimmy B's been lately.
I think he's just been hurt too often.
Yeah, I think that's really
to be able to make it. Yeah. I agree with you, though. I feel like in the East,
pretty good.
It's pretty clear.
Pretty solid.
Yeah. Who's going to start?
I think you still got to go with the front court guy.
You have to pick a front court guy, yeah.
And I think that front court guy is Bam.
I agree. Has he been a starter before?
Paulo. I don't know.
I feel like he might have been.
I have no idea. But for front court, I think you go Bam.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are the reserves. I like that, Scotty B was able to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Trae Young is deserving to get in there.
I didn't realize how good Scotty B was actually doing this. I know we've talked about him, but
yeah.
I never really looked at his stats until now.
Ever since Siakam got out of there, he's really just
balling,
taking over. Yeah, done his thing. Well, let's go on to the Western Conference. We'll go through the starters really quick.
Yep.
We have the captain, LeBron.
Boo.
And then in the front or in the backcourt, we got Luka and SGA.
Yep.
And then our front court consists of KD, Braun, and Jokic. Let's go into the reserves.
Yep.
We got Book.
Yep.
Steph.
Yep.
AD.
Yep.
Ant.
Yep.
PG.
Yep.
Kawhi.
Yep.
And Cat.
Yep.
I know we have some discussion here, Matt. Let's talk about first. Let's just go over the reserves. I believe there are some snubs in this list.
There's one giant snub.
Let's talk about it. Who is your snub in the reserves? Well, starter, could have been a starter.
Could have been a starter.
Definitely wasn't, definitely was a reserve. That's Domantas Sabonis.
Domantas fucking Sabonis.
I'm pretty shocked that Cat made it over him. I think that is absolutely wrong. Throw it out.
Points, assists, and rebounds per game real quick.
Throw it out.
He was averaging 20 points per game, 13 rebounds per game, and 8 assists per game. Leading the league in rebounds. He's 2 assists away per game of averaging a triple-double as a center. And he's shooting 45% from 3. He's shooting over 60% from the field. He's averaging half a block a game. He's averaging almost a full steal per game. So I pulled up all the stats of all these big guys that made over him. So versus Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns, the only thing he's leading in is a point or 2 more in points per game, and then a 0.1 more blocks per game. Anthony Davis, just averaging in more and 3 more points per game, and then he's averaging more in steals and blocks per game. Paul George is averaging 3 more points per game, 1 more steal per game, and better the free throw line. And Kawhi Leonard, just better in points and better at steals. And then that's it. So, it's kind of bullshit. The Kings had nobody make their All-Star, not him or De'Aaron Fox, who's also a really good player. But I mean, the only reason why why De'Aaron Fox didn't make it is because there's just too many great guards in this West. And so I think it's hard to make a backcourt like that when you have such a stacked lineup. I think he could have made it over most of these guys in the East, honestly. Never mind. So many good guards in this team.
I don't think Cat should be up there.
Cat should not be up there.
Sabonis should be right there.
Sabonis should be in there.
I don't have any questions. There's no questions about it, dude.
Warman led the fucking league in rebounds in a statistical.
He's almost averaging triple double.
And he's averaging center double.
Or power forward, whatever you call him.
The next closest person that's averaging triple double, almost triple double, is Luka. Oh no, actually, Jokic. Jokic first, and then Luka.
Yeah.
Luka's averaging 9.4 assists and 8.8 rebounds on 34.5 points per game. And obviously, Nikola's 26 points per game, 9 assists per game, and 12.2 rebounds per game.
I think it's crazy he didn't make it. I mean,
ridiculous. It's just absolute bullshit. Kings are the only team in I forget how many years. The only team this year for sure that was top 6 in the West, and not a single All-Star. And you have the Lakers who are 9th and had 2 All-Stars.
Tough for De'Aaron, man. De'Aaron's averaging almost I think 28 this season. His 3-point percentage is a lot higher. He's been playing great.
Or for LeBron just being LeBron. Like, let's just take away his fame for a second. Just look at compare stats for stats of this season. Domantas Sabonis having a better season than LeBron James, right? But he's obviously not going to be voted out because it's fucking LeBron James.
Yeah.
You take same thing. Like, people were even saying that he could have made it over Steph, when Steph's averaging 27.7 per game. It's a little bit unfair, but could have made it over Ant, in my opinion, too. I think he could have made it over both the fucking Clippers boys. I don't know, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, the couple snubs. Yeah, no, it's.
I think it's just absolute bullshit. They didn't make it, and if it's just purely off points, that's just dumb.
Yeah,
because you see who's on that team: Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, who are also scoring like crazy too, and it's just not fair to them. It's just not fair. What more can you ask them to do?
At this point, it is what it is, and they got to just use it. They got to feel
60% from the field. He's shooting 45% from 3 as a big man.
They got to make a statement in the second half of the season.
They got it. I'm pushing for them. I really hope they do it.
Make a statement in the second half. Make a statement in the playoffs.
Like they were a surprise team last year when they
make a statement.
The fourth overall seed.
Would love to see him make a statement. They just got to use the energy to feel the fire.
I go off. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased towards Sabonis because he's a Gonzaga guy, but he's so good.
Yeah.
And it's just like I said, he's leading the league in statistical category of rebounds. And he's not even the biggest dude out there.
Yeah.
He's not. That's just, it makes me really not believe much in this all-star system much right now.
Yeah. It's a damn shame. But it'll be a great game. So definitely excited to watch that. Let's move on to, we'll just talk about a couple of the events All-Star Weekend. Let's look at the 3-point contest.
Yep.
Do you have the participants up, or I can read them out for you?
Get them up in a minute.
Okay. Well, we have 2 Bucks in it. We have Dame and Malik Beasley.
Yep.
Your boy Lowry Markkanen.
Lowry.
We got Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, and I can't believe this guy is in it. I'm pretty sure he's been in it once already, but Cat.
Ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck he's in it.
Hasn't he been in already once, and hasn't he shit the bed in it?
You know who actually deserves
Isaiah Joe.
Yes, thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth. Isaiah Joe deserves to be in here.
Yeah.
He's a little bit injured right now, so maybe that actually could be a factor why he's not in there, but he's so good.
This is a good squad, though. I like this.
I like it, too. Malik Beasley, I'm a little bit shocked. I guess I haven't really paid attention to Malik Beasley's stats this year, but...
I think a couple episodes ago, he was leading the league in 3-point percentage, or he was top 3, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You have a winner you're thinking of when you're looking at this list?
Are we treating Sabrina versus Steph as separate?
Well, yeah. That's a whole...
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Dame could go back to it. I would love it if Lowry came out and made a statement and won it. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be sick.
I feel like Donovan might miss. I don't think Trey's going to get it. Don't think Cat's going to get it.
Nope.
Like between Jalen could.
Brunson could. Yeah, Brunson can catch fire.
He shoot over 40% from 3 this year too.
Yeah. Halliburton was in it last year, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember, honestly.
So, Yeah, no, that'll be exciting. I'm hyped for that. Always hyped for all the events.
Next up.
Well, it's another 3-point contest we have coming up next. This is the Steph. There was talk about it for a while.
Brought it to life.
Media really brought it to life. This is the Steph versus Sabrina Ionescu 3-point contest.
Yeah,
I feel like this is crazy. Any predictions? Who's taking the crown?
I'm putting my money down on Sabrina.
Putting your money down, Sabrina.
One, okay. I want a pair of Sabrina shoes. Sabrina ones.
Sabrina ones.
She's a Nike girl. And guess who's not Nike sponsored? Steph Curry.
Under Armour.
Under Armour is not Nike sponsored. You got me there. I can't argue that point.
It'll be interesting to see how that goes.
I think Sabrina's also shooting from the WNBA 3-point line and also WNBA balls. Right. Same rules for both of them, but Steph is obviously shooting from NBA 3, NBA balls. So, not that big a difference between the women's NBA line versus the men's. It's like not even a foot, is it? It's like less than a foot, I'm pretty sure. It's not that big of a deal. But it'll be fun to watch. They're both comfortable in their shoes there.
Yeah.
Sabrina Ionescu was a girl prodigy of one Kobe Bryant. Obviously, you talk about the Kobe Bryant day today. So
2'8", 24.
So I think Sabrina's gonna channel her inner Kobe, her old mentor, and I think she's gonna win this. I know it's the greatest 3-point shooter of all time, but it's a 3-point contest.
It'll be fun.
I'm excited that they're actually doing this, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think it'll open the door for more in the future of including WNBA and an actual All-Star weekend. Because you already have the G League players, which you'll talk about the dunk contest and stuff like that. And
yep.
I think it's a good future for the NBA.
Yep. Speaking of the dunk contest, usually the most anticipated event. We're always hoping it's a good show.
It's before you even announce these players.
Yep.
I've been severely disappointed with most of it ever since the Zach LaVine.
We call it the GOAT. One of the
Aaron
GOAT.
Gordon days.
2016.
Those are the last great ones.
Yeah, what was that? When they were in Toronto?
Yeah.
God, such a great contest, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And now,
well, here, I'll read off the 4. So we have Jaylen Brown.
Why? Continue. Sorry. I'll let you go.
Jaime Jaquez.
Yeah,
who I've seen so much hype about him. I've seen clips of him in high school. Like he was in the dunk contest in high school. Yeah. So hopefully he's still got it. Brings out that shit.
High school. I don't know.
I'm hoping. We'll see. Jacob Toppin. Obi Toppin's younger brother.
Yeah, Obi should have been this. Obi was in it last year, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Yep. Let's see if younger brother is a high flyer.
No, I think you should have just kept Obi in there. Obi's still a higher flyer.
Yeah.
Obi has some amazing. I saw Obi Toppin dunk live in Spokane.
That's sick.
I think was it Spokane. Yeah, because he was in Kentucky. Yeah, he was a Kentucky guy. Yeah, he played against Gonzaga. I remember seeing that. Anyways,
that's sick. And then the last person is Mac McClung,
the winner last year.
Yes. Yeah.
Makes sense for Mac to come back.
One state I just realized about Obi Toppin, he was not on Kentucky. He was on Dayton.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He was a top.
But, yeah.
He got picked by the Knicks. Out with the old and with the new, I guess, huh?
Yeah, Mac McClung is the last participant. Any predictions for the dunk contest?
I think it's going to be Jaime versus Mac for the winners.
I was going to say. I'm very interested to see how Jaime is going to do.
Would love it if Jacob surprised me.
Yeah.
Maybe get some help from his brother.
Yep.
But I think it's Mac McClung's title to lose. So
go round 2.
Yeah. It's obviously he knows what's up.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is still kind of disappointing. Not gonna lie. Still kind of disappointing.
Gotta throw some goats out there.
Obviously, I cannot do whatever the fuck you guys do. Not even close.
Yep.
That's what's fun about podcasting is we don't do what you do, so we talk about it.
Well, we got about a week until All-Star Weekend, so it's coming up. Nice little break for the league. Some fun events, and then we'll get right back into it. Another successful episode, Matt.
Oh, real quick. Rising Stars.
Oh, shit. Yes. Rising Stars Challenge. Totally forgot about that. Do they already have, because I think they did a draft for that. Do they have the lineups for that?
I'm pulling them up right now.
The Panini Rising Stars Challenge.
Yeah, 2024 Panini Rising Stars.
Who are the coaches?
We got Pau Gasol,
mm-hmm.
Tamika, and Jalen Rose.
Did Pau pick Wemby?
Pau did pick Wemby. How'd you know?
It's that European European connection.
Oh, also we didn't talk about it. But Marc Gasol officially retired this week.
Yeah,
last week too.
That's right.
I mean, not like he hasn't really done much in the last.
He's an NBA champion.
He is an NBA champion. I remember we talked about another episode when he gave us hell in those Memphis days he was there.
Him and Zebo.
Obviously, he will never be as
He was a defensive anchor. I feel like he probably got a couple, maybe a DPOY, but definitely an NBA champion. So great career for Marc Gasol.
Yeah. Also weird thing to bring up too, but also what happened today is the Milwaukee Bucks dropped Robin Lopez.
Yeah, that's right.
So another
the split of the brothers. Yeah.
So yeah, Brooke and Robin are now broken up too. So another weird brother thing. Sorry.
No.
All right,
it's all NBA.
I'll go into Team Power first.
All right, let's hear it.
You got Victor Wembanyama.
Yep.
From the San Antonio Spurs. Brandon Miller from the Charlotte Hornets. Brandon Podziemski. I hate that guy.
Podziemski.
He looks like a shitty frat dude. Like Rush, you know what I mean? He looks like a fucking Rush dude. He's from this nowhere town. He's like, yeah, dude. Oh my God. Sorry. All right. You got Jaime Jaquez Jr. from the Heat. Jabari Smith Jr. from the Rockets. Cason Wallace from the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Bilal Coulibaly from the Washington Wizards. That is Team Pal. We got Team Tamika, who got Paulo Banchero, sophomore from the Atlanta Magic. How is Paulo in the... What? How is Paulo in... Paulo's in the Skills Challenge. He's in the Rising Stars, and he's in the actual All-Star Reserves?
Yep.
Oh, interesting. I feel like...
He's got a busy weekend.
Yeah, he does.
Fuck, man.
You know, like his... yeah.
You got a busy weekend. Shit.
And then you got Jaden Ivey from the Pistons, Jalen Duren from the Pistons as well, Keegan Murray from the Sacramento Kings, Scoot Henderson from the Portland Trailblazers, Keontae George from the Utah Jazz, and Dyson Daniels from the New Orleans Pelicans from Team Tamika. And last but not least, oh no, we got two more teams. I totally lied.
Whoa.
I can't forget about the GOAT. Oh,
wait, there's
my God.
A lot of, how many? Wait, what?
There's 4 teams.
This is not just a 2-team event anymore?
It's 4 teams.
How many players have you been naming for each team?
About 1, 2, 3, 4,
like 10?
5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
Oh, what the fuck? I did not realize that was okay.
I know. And we got Team Jalen Rose. Picked my Oklahoma City Thunder. Chet Holmgren, Rookie of the Year. J-Dubs, Jalen Williams, sophomore at Oklahoma City as well. And Benedict Mathurin, sophomore at Indiana Pacers. Shaedon Sharpe from the Portland Trailblazers. Derek Lively II from the Dallas Mavericks. Jordan Hawkins from the New Orleans Pelicans.
Hey,
Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz. And Denny's favorite man, Jeremy Sochan from the San Antonio Spurs.
You shouldn't be allowed to play.
Sharpe is injured and will not play, replaced by Sochan. I got a little star there.
That's who they're going to... Okay.
Yeah.
That's who they're going to pick or replace. Okay.
It's Rising Stars. I'll take it.
Is it one more team? Okay.
Last team is Team Detlef. You know who Detlef is?
The GOAT.
We got a shout out. We got a Sonics player coaching the Rising Stars.
That's actually so fire. That is so fire.
A German legend basketball hooper, a Seattle Supersonics legend hooper. He was number 17, I believe, for the Supersonics, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I might have to fact check me on that. But anyway, Team Detlef got Izan Almansa from G League, Matas Buzelis from the G League, Ron Holland from G League, Matt McClung from Oscala Magic, Tyler Smith from G League Ignite. So most of these guys are Ignite except Matt McClung.
Or wait, no, I think he was number 11. Deadlift Shrimp.
Yeah, you're right. Number 11.
Sorry, keep going.
No, that's smart.
That just popped in my head.
Needed a fact check. You're right.
It's okay. Keep going.
Tyler Smith from Ignite, Oscar Shibwe. He's now on the Indiana Mad Ants.
Oh, he's on the G League now.
Yeah, he's a 2-way player, actually. Yeah. They got a star there. And then Alondes Williams from Sioux Falls Skyforce. So it looks like Detlef's got all the G League guys. I kind of like this, honestly. It seems kind of fun. That'll be played on Friday, February 16th on my mother's birthday. And
happy birthday, Matt's mom, a.k.a. Jody.
Jody the homie.
Couple of names I want to talk about that were mentioned in those rosters really quick. Brandon Miller.
Yep.
He has been playing a lot better as of late. He's actually had a very consistent, good season. He just doesn't really get talked about because he's on the Hornets and they fucking suck. And his name's not Victor Wembanyama. But he's been playing a lot better now as of late. I think in the last month he's increased his scoring. He's averaging like at least, I think, 22 a game. He's been playing a lot better as of late. I think he's actually jumped to number 3 in the rookie ladder for Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. So I've been impressed with him. And then one more person I want to talk about, just because I saw a stat line from tonight's game, that's Jalen Duren. He's been averaging he's been having a lot of injuries, which has kept him out. But when he's been healthy, he's averaging 14 and 11. Tonight he had 27 and 22 rebounds and 3 blocks.
Oh.
Couple of rookies who have just been playing well as of late that I had to just shout out. But yeah, this seems like it would be a cool event. So how's the format of this event then? Is it they just all...
I think it's just
play some quick games, half a game or something.
I don't know exactly.
Yeah,
I can't remember where I saw. There's a stat that one of these players, I'm trying to remember who it is in the Rising All Stars for the 3rd straight year. Rising Stars for 3rd straight year as a G League guy twice, I think. And then who was it? I can't remember who it was.
You said twice as a G League guy?
This is 3rd time, third straight year.
Is it Dyson Daniels?
Might be Dyson.
I'm pretty sure he played for Ignite. I think he played for Ignite. Now he's a 2nd year. So
you're right.
It might have been him.
I'm trying to remember. See if I can find it anywhere.
Also, this G League team is nice. These Ignite players. Matas Buzelis is a top pick. Ron Holland's a top pick. I'm not sure who Eisen Almansa is.
Almansa.
But yeah, this seems like a cool event. This will be dope.
I'm trying to remember who it was. I can't remember.
I think it's Dyson Daniels.
I think you're right. It's on Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he played for the G League Ignite, and then if he's a sophomore, this will be his 3rd year. Right. All games will be played in a mini tournament style.
Yeah, so it'll be one team versus the other team.
The semifinal games are a target score of 40. The last game is a target score of 25. Nice. Okay. Sweet. Well, any other thoughts, Matt? Any other stuff you want to talk about All-Star Weekend before we wrap it up?
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. It's always a nice break.
We're back to East versus West, which is great. I like that way better.
Yep.
I actually love watching these Rising Stars games because a lot of these, there's definitely a lot of these names already that are already huge, and this is
it's the future of the league.
This is the future of the league. They call Rising Stars for a purpose.
Yeah, you're watching the future of the league. Yeah,
so I'm excited to watch Rising Stars. I'll probably watch the dunk contest. I'll definitely watch Steph versus Sabrina.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an exciting weekend. I'm excited.
Should be fun. Yeah, it's always a good time.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for tuning in to another episode.
Thank you.
You guys fuel our motivation to keep on going. Appreciate all the advice. Always looking for feedback. Always looking for producers if anyone's ever interested.
Yep.
Make sure to follow all of our socials.
At Bankshot DJs.
Yes, sir.
Twitter,
Instagram. Yep. Give us a follow on Spotify. And Apple Music.
Leave us a rating. Interact with the episodes. There's usually a Q&A on there. Sometimes a poll.
And if you ever, like we said, if you ever want any topics to be talked about, let us know.
No. There's if you go to our Instagram, I think there's a link in there that can you can send a voice message that we can look at if you like, and we can might include into the episode. You never know.
YouTube channel on the way. Yes, sir.
There we go.
All right. Everyone take care. Let's get an all-star break, baby.
Peace.
Peace.